Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Divine Cupid podcast. If you're new, I'm your host, India Watson, and if you're not new, welcome back. Hi guys, so I have recorded this podcast episode like 3,000 times, okay? I literally finished a whole cup of boba. And I mentioned like multiple times, but I'm gonna mention it again. I have been on a severe boba like binge. I've gotten boba every day for 2 weeks. Boba, my boba drinks are $7.50. $7.50 for 7 days a week. That's $49. $49 and whatever else is the change. Maybe a little more. And $49 in 2 weeks is too much. Okay. Okay. That's like 15 hours right there. So I just drank 15 hours of manual labor. Does that make sense? Like, no? Okay. Anyways, for today's episode, I have talked about a plethora of things. And the crazier part is my favorite episode that I was going to say for Scratch. Download it with no audio. And there's no way for me to get the audio back. And it's so heartbreaking. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Number one, who and what you're surrounding yourself with. I have been so big on this. This has been something that has been really, really on my chest, okay? I have been very selective now with what I am and who I am surrounding myself with. I am very, very big on my energy. And at first I can say that I was not. I'm a very picky person, obviously. I'm very selective with what I have around me. But now I'm more selective as to, like, the men I'm talking to. I am more selective as the friends that I'm hanging out with. Like, I am more selective as the people that I consider to be my friends. Like, hello, I used to be the person that, like, everybody was my friend. Like, oh my gosh, we talked a couple times. Hey, we're besties. Like, we're gang. Like, we're locked in. I'm very selective on who I keep around me because, hello, not everybody is your friend. Not everybody who smiles in your face likes you. Not everybody who tells you, oh my gosh, like, you're so pretty. I really love the color of your shirt means it. Hello. Like, they're talking about someone, oh, I love the color of your shirt. And that girl has the ugliest shirt I've ever seen in my entire life. You think I have time for any of that? No. And it's really hard to not be a hypocrite. I'm not going to lie. It's really hard to not be a hypocrite because I think hold on. I didn't like that statement. I think sometimes like girls can be messy. I can be messy. I think I just have worked really hard in my life to avoid drama. I choose peace. I choose people who know how to take accountability in their lives. I choose people where an argument is not an argument. It's a conversation and it's a moving forward and it's a change in behavior, not a tit for tat, not like, oh, we're beefing kind of thing. I choose like people who choose me because I also want to choose you. And I think those things come with a lot of like, I don't know. I think like, let me not beat around the bush. Like, I want to say recently, but I haven't gone through like a friendship breakup. I haven't gone through graduating high school. Like, you're going to like not talk to a lot of people that you were so used to talking to. Like, and also I think you just kind of like walk out of that high school mentality and the high school mindset and being in that high school like persona, and you kind of like want to walk into something like adulthood and like, you know, going forward, you know, focusing on things that are going to elevate you in your future. I'm not saying like friends are not in the equation, but I did go through like a little friendship breakup, and that has made me very, I wouldn't say cautious of who I make my friend or whatever, but I would just be like very selective. I cherish my friendships. I don't know. I cherish my friendships. I love my friends. I love people that I'm not even friends with anymore. Like, like the bond at the end of the day. And I think people are experiences. So I think like when that experience is just like cut short or it's just no more, then it just is what it is. And you can take the experience for what it was. You can cherish things for what they were. But I've just become very selective about what I keep around me because I also want to be around people who, you know, can kind of like check me, and not in a way to like, you know, keep me all on 10 toes, like in a rude way, but like, you know, make sure that I am being a better quality of myself, like being a better version of myself, like people who can also hold me accountable and not just like enablers to things that, you know, aren't like stimulating growth in my life or their lives or like, you know, in general. Like, you just kind of like start to want more for yourself by being more selective. And even like when you start being by yourself a little more, I really think like you obviously are forced to just sit with yourself, and it makes you comfortable doing things by yourself. I definitely think everybody should have a point in time where they just like are their own friends. Like, you understand what you like, you understand what you're good at, you understand like yourself. Like, be your own friend first. I think obviously we seek out friendships and we seek out like companionships through other people, and we want to do things with other people, and we want to have like those feminine bonds, because feminine relationships are beautiful and they're so healing and they're so spectacular and they're so wonderful and they're so great. But having a relationship with yourself is even greater, and it's even more satisfying and gratifying. Like, it is great to be in your own space and be okay. Like, if you feel yourself losing your mind for being in your own like room for like a couple hours, like just being by yourself, or if you feel like you can't really like walking around by yourself is lame and like you're a loser, like you need to spend more time with yourself, because genuinely like being by yourself can be so fulfilling. I genuinely believe like at the end of the day, all we have is ourselves. So you need to get used to, being by yourself, loving yourself, understanding yourself, like, I don't know, you have to be really comfortable being alone. A lot of people cannot do that, which is why they kind of like hop in and out of relationships, hop in and out of friendships, hop in and out of things with people. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to be a person who was very quick to just hop in and out of things, like hop in and out of friend groups, experience different people, move on, like, and it was never really in a set place. And I think like obviously it's beautiful to experience and cherish and make memories with different people and different things, but are you using all these escapes and all these like different experiences with people to, I don't want to say neglect, but like not really spend as much time by yourself? Like, is your problem being alone? Like, and I've always heard people say like there's a difference from being alone and being like lonely. I understand like the desire to have people around you and to feel loved by people around you, but I feel like life is so much more fulfilling when you are able to give that love to yourself, and it really strengthens your relationships when you love yourself, because then you know how to love others, how to respect others, because like you personally wouldn't go for something like that. Like, the way you learn how to treat yourself influences how you learn how to treat other people, which is why I think it's very important to sit with yourself and be by yourself and be selective with what you have around you. I've been very selective with like the music I listen to too. I wake up in the morning, baby, I'm blasting me some ASM, I'm blasting some Young Dolph, I'm blasting some Key Glock, like that's what's going on in my morning. And I used to like I get my Starbucks, turn the music down a little bit while I'm at my drive-through, boast that, right back up, drive to work every day. That was my little like day. And it made it hard to work out, because I was like, ew, I listen to this music all the time. Like, I'm not really feeling like a stimulation. I played Frank Ocean while I was working out. Why was that the best workout I had ever had? Like, I felt like at calm. I felt at peace. I just felt like a calm little vibe. I was like, hold on, doing my leg press, like, wait. Have you ever done step ups with the weight? Like, you put the weight on your back and you put the bench at the bottom and you step up and down the bench, but you're holding like the Smith machine. Like, I do it on a Smith machine. Those hurt. Okay. Those hurt. And those are like a mental, like the mentalist mental challenge of them all. Y'all think that Stairmaster for 30-40 an hour is hard. Those step ups are hard. Those step ups make me like, dang, I'm finna leave the gym. I'm finna go home and sit in the car. I gotta get out. Like, listening to my Frank Ocean, I felt invincible. I felt like I could do anything. And for like a month, that's all I've listened to. Not all I've listened to is Frank, but I've gotten back into listening to like R&B. And now, because I want like rap music, but I feel like all the rap music I listen to now and is like low key a little degrading. I've been listening like older rap music, and it's like low-key, it's degrading too. Like, it's not lesser degrading than the music I'm listening to that was made in 2024, but they conceal it a little bit better, so you don't really know unless you're like reading the lyrics. Like, you're just singing. Like, I'm singing my Usher, I'm singing my Chris Brown, I don't really know what they're saying. Like, it's a little more concealed and it's a little more catchier, so I'm concealing it by it being catchy. So I don't know, the music I've listened to has also impacted the way that I start my day. It's impacted the way that I feel throughout my day. I don't know, like I think music also influences how you feel. So yeah, listening to my Frank Ocean with a little like sun beaming through my car and my windows down just a little bit while I'm eating my McDonald's breakfast, That feels good. That's how I get my day started. My day be feeling great. Shifted at work be cool, smooth. I be nice. I be having a nice little good day. And that's like something that I'm also like very consciously aware of. I had noticed in my life that I was not making time for myself. I like my last episode where I told you guys like nothing is inherently bad in my life, but I just don't feel good. Like I told a friend that, and he was like, it's because you do the same thing every day. Like you need to do something different about your day. And I was like, well, I don't think like calling off work is a different approach to it, because I would just like bed rot, because I love bed rotting, and I have not been able to bed rot since I've started working. Like I haven't. And he was like, no, like that's not mentally stimulating your mind. Like you need to do things that are stimulating your brain. One thing I appreciate about my friends is they're like on a conscientious like way of thinking. Like they think about how their, you know, actions kind of impact their future and like themselves. And I'm friends with very goal and oriented people, so they like do things with a purpose. And someone telling you that you're not doing things that aren't stimulating your mind is the reason why you feel kind of like crap all the time was a nice little wake up call. And I was like kind of confused, because like I was like, I don't know, like I changed the way I drive to work sometimes. Like, you know, I'll get Starbucks sometimes. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped reading my Bible. I stopped reading books. I stopped watching BoJack Horseman. I love BoJack Horseman. You guys don't understand. Like I have rewatched BoJack Horseman 3 times, because it's just such a like. It's just such a like. I'm putting the show up, and I will fall asleep watching BoJack, and I haven't even been doing that. Like I love anime. I used to watch Psyche K like every single night, because that was like my ongoing like binge show, because I just didn't have time to start anything new. When you neglect your hobbies and you neglect the things that well pour into you, yeah, your life kind of starts to feel dull. And that was something that I had to fix, because it's not always so much what you surround yourself with, but it's also how much you're doing for yourself. And I really wasn't doing nothing for myself but working and eating, and working and eating, and working and eating, and working and eating and sleeping, and working and eating and sleeping. And I wasn't really doing much for myself. I even stopped like really responding to TikToks. I stopped texting. I stopped really like doing much. And I was like, what? I'm like really like neglecting a little bit of my social life and like what I have going on. And that have been other things that I have like tried to implement. Like I try to go to the gym every day, and if I don't go every day, I try to at least go 4 times out of the week. Like Sundays will always be my rest day, but I try to go 4 times out of the week. I stopped doing core. I have not done core in like 5 months. Like I think the last time I did core was maybe March. And I used to do core like every single night. Like abs were so tea, and I don't even have abs anymore. So now I do core twice a week, because I think that's really important to, you know, strengthen every single part of your body. I feel like fitness really stimulates my mind. It makes me feel good, and it's always been a good like stress reliever for me. Like pain in the body substitutes from pain in the mind, and putting my muscles through any like immense pain, like not even immense pain, like in a bad way, but just like strength training really benefits me. Like it makes me feel good. I feel accomplished. I feel good going into the gym. I feel good going out of the gym. I feel good going to buy my protein shake at the gas station, and I feel good driving home listening to my Drake. Like I feel good. And you just got to do things that make you feel good. Like you really have to start prioritizing yourself. I think for 2025, like everybody's goal should be to prioritize themselves. I don't think prioritization. No, that is a word, prioritization. I just don't say it fast enough. But self-prioritization, I'm gonna look really dumb if that's not a word. But I think everybody should really prioritize themselves as their goal for 2025. Like, should I tell you guys some New Year's resolutions? I don't really have any. But like today, me and my family went to dinner, and my mom was like, okay guys, like let's say our New Year's resolutions, which I think ironically we're always at dinner when we talk about our New Year's resolutions. Like we always go out to eat, and then we're like, that's so crazy. Every year it's always like, so what are our New Year's resolutions at the dinner at like a restaurant we're at? That's so weird. But my New Year's resolution this year actually is to be more financially responsible and financially stable. Well, I am financially stable, but I have had a lot of money. I told you guys, like, I work 3 jobs. I'm always broke. I I know that's like crazy. Like, you shouldn't really admit that you're broke. And I don't speak brokenness over myself in any way. Like, I rebuke brokenness in the name of the Lord. Amen. But my account be at $3. Like, I'd be like, dang, like, I want some Starbucks. I couldn't even get an apple croissant if I wanted to. I couldn't get a cake pop if I wanted to. Like, all I got is $3 flat. That's one Sprite. One. Barely. Even sodas be expensive. Dang. And yeah, I've always spent my money. Like, I have a coworker, and we would always like go to a concert. Like, I remember I had freshly gotten paid. Like, we both got paid, and I was like, we were just sitting there, and I was like, dang, like, we could have went to see Future and like Metro Boomin. And she was like, whoa, like, do you want to go? And I'm like looking at the tickets, and they're like $200. And I was like, no, I really don't want to spend $200. Yeah, so I ended up spending $200, and then I ended up spending like $25 extra because of parking, and I was like, dang. And we had nosebleeds. I wasn't mad about it. Like, you gotta start somewhere with your first little, last minute purchase. The nosebleeds was what it was. But I was like, dang, like $200 for nosebleeds. I was played. Nosebleeds for Chromacopia, I think, are like $94. And that's the sadder part. I want to go, like, Chromacopia floor seats are only like $2.99. And I'm like, that's not a lot of money. And I was going to buy me and my sister some. So that's like $2.99, $300, $600 down the drain. Dang, like, I just dropped $600 on 2 tickets. And she doesn't even want to go with me for real. And that's the sadder part. Because it's like, dang, like, I would drop this bag for the both of us. But I want her to be in it. And that's the financial irresponsibility. Like, you're going to drop $600 on 2 tickets for one concert, but it's floor seats for Tyler. And that's the sadder part. But I just blow through money. 2 weeks of boba time, $7.50. Starbucks every morning, that's $10.50. Like, I'm blowing through money, and it's getting unreal. So that is one of my New Year's resolutions. Another New Year's resolution I have is to be more consistent and more dedicated with the gym. I definitely think it's not even the working out part, it's the eating part. I am a picky eater. I am the pickiest eater. Every person that I've ever been friends with knows that I'm a picky eater. Like, oh, India, do you want to go out to eat? Only if you have chicken nuggets and fries. And if we're going like somewhere fancy, it has to be like a tempura shrimp. It has to be like a tolerable chicken, some chicken Alfredo. I can deal with some Cajun Alfredo. I can manage. Like, I'm such a picky eater. Like, I don't eat burgers. I don't eat hot dogs. For a while, I hated ribs. I just hated ribs. And then I started eating some ribs, and I was like, oh my gosh, my frontal lobe is developing because my palate is maturing. And like, literally, like, oh, and I hate sushi. That always rubs people like the wrong way. They're like, oh, you're weird. But I can give you some teriyaki chicken for sure. But like sushi and like the raw fish, no, hard pass. And that should be my New Year's resolution, to like eat better and eat healthier. But that kind of goes into like the eating part of the gym. Like, I want to start definitely eating protein based meals. And I want to start eating, like, I don't know, more fulfilling foods that are really going to strengthen my muscles and my body, and like help the nutrition, give myself some nutritional value. Because these supplements aren't really nutritional value. They are supplements to substitute from the fact that I'm a picky eater. That is a goal that I have, to eat better, to eat healthier, and to be less of a picky eater. And let me give you guys another one. I don't know. Like, I've never really thought about a New Year's resolution, because I always feel like people forget what they were hoping to do. I definitely want to do a vision board, because I want to come back and like look and reflect at the things that I want to accomplish throughout the year and see if I've accomplished it. I love Pinterest, so that is where I will be. Like, I literally have a Pinterest board already that says like vision board for 2024, 2025. I do have a lot of things that I hope to achieve. I really hope like my podcast succeeds. I hope there can be consistency in that. And I really do. I've always wanted to do like a little vision board. And I was also thinking of like the prayer boards too. I think those are really cute. And I think those are something that I also want to try to do, because you can only prosper through prayer. And I don't know, like, I just want to see like where the year takes me. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely thought about like how I want to go into the new year, and the only way I think of going into the new year is like letting go of a lot of things that just like do not serve me. I know we always say like new year, new us, and like it's like that concept is so crazy, like new year, new me. And I was thinking like, I don't know, because you know how it's like a new year, but it's like, isn't it like a new year when it's like your birthday? Because then like you've been alive that entire year. Or is it like a stupid thought? I was gonna ask my parents that, but I like didn't want them to. I didn't want them to look at me like, girl, are you dumb? But no, that's a real thought, low key. Like, would it the full circle moment be on my birthday? Because like I was born that day, and then another year. That's my year. But I guess like collectively the year for everybody. But those are my goals. I don't know. One thing I also really want to do, which I know like it's not a dumb goal to me. For me, it's a goal. I want to be a server, guys. I know, like, I'm gonna give you guys like a little like a goal plan of mine. When I turn 21, I want to become a bartender. I gotten this idea when I was like in middle school, and like bartending just seems like such a cool job. It seems like such a fun job, and it just seems like such a like not teen because you're like 20, but like such a like girl core job. Like, like I just think that's so cute, and I really want to do that, and I feel like it would be so fun. So I know like you need serving experience, so and I'm a very outgoing personality. Like, hello, I think I also do really good with customer service. Like in the jobs that I do have, I do really good with customer service. So I just think like a serving job would be perfect. But like the crazy part is like nobody is ever willing to like take a chance. Like they see you have no serving experience, oh okay, bye. Like we're looking for someone who does. And it's just like, dang, like how are you gonna say no experience required and then deny me because I don't have experience? You need to change the requirement then, because you said none required, and I came meeting expectations, but I'm not truly meeting expectations. I'm confused. That is another goal of mine. I don't think it's a 2025 goal, but it is a goal in due time. The bartending thing will be accomplished. Mark my words. Like that will be accomplished. Because I also want to travel like a lot in my 20s. Like I want to see the world. I have like, I want to be a psychiatrist, but I don't know if I want to be a flight attendant or a travel nurse. Travel nurse is beautiful because I do want to help people and I do want to travel the world. I definitely want a job that helps people. Excuse me, but I also, want to travel the world. So I think a travel nurse would be beneficial, but I don't really like blood. I don't really like seeing the inside of the skin. I'm not really like on that level. But I do want to aid and give back and help. Or travel or a flight attendant. But on TikTok they said like flight attendants don't get paid a lot their first couple of years, which I know like, okay, TikTok is my resource. What a crazy statement to say, but I be going to TikTok when I have real questions like, hello TikTok, what is the answer to but right in the search bar. And yeah, so TikTok said that they didn't really make that much their first couple of years in experience, and it takes like a long time. Like their checks are like, I think based on the recent flight attendant TikToks I've seen, they're like $3,000, which I don't know if that's like normal. I should have looked up the starting salary. That would have been a smarter idea, huh? Yeah. But those are literally like some of my goals for the new year. That's some of the things that I hope to accomplish. I really hope that, you know, you do things that pour into yourself. Like I really want to get into stocks and investments. I want to like start understanding like trades. Like I don't know, I wanted to get into that. I don't know, like reading more books. I have a lot of books. Like I wish you guys had seen can see my closet, because I have so many books up there and I haven't really read a lot of them. A couple books that I've started are Why Men Love the B Word. I have Kim Porter's Thoughts. I was obsessed with the whole like Diddy conversation. Like I was so invested in that. I was so deeply invested. I would be on TikTok all night just like looking at, I even read his case documents because I wanted to know like what is he in jail for. And it's so crazy because like I knew of Diddy, but I didn't know of Diddy. Like I knew of Diddy's music, but I didn't know who Diddy was. And I've never really heard like sayings about Diddy because I guess I lived under a rock. I just did not know. I was so invested in this case. And since I'm speaking about Diddy, have you guys watched Blink Twice? I got an MGM subscription and I watched Blink twice. That movie, I could have wrote an essay about the movie, but when I finished it, that was the most beautiful cinematic piece. And it wasn't even like a heartthrob movie. It's not The Notebook. It's like I don't know. I don't even want to say like psychological, but I guess psychological. And it really like talked about how much male power there is. Like, oh my gosh, I really need to watch the movie again, because the way that I felt about that movie, I felt like it just captured so many things. And it's so crazy because not recently, but I had taken a class on like analyzing movies, and I thought like that was the dumbest class ever. Like, I was like, where would I need to analyze a movie? I had to write essays about the movie, I had to do summaries about the movie, research on the actors, like all of these things, and the directors, whatever. And I was like, skill sets that I would not use. Bro, I ate my words. I so ate my words. I truly, genuinely ate my words. That was a great movie. And I think because I heard a theory that Blink Twice was based off of like Diddy and like men in Hollywood and men who have power to just silence women, and how women's voices are just pushed like to the side, like how people just overlook like serious allegations that have to do with sexual assault and oh my gosh, even like reading about like the Me Too movement, like it had to do with the Me Too movement and how women can feel empowered to share their voices and their stories about the sexual assault and the sexual abuse that they have gone through in the industry. Like, that's what that has to do about, because this man who, he's so wealthy, you know, and I think they never really said what his exact scandal was, but he had gotten canceled, so now he's on this island. And bro, the plot twist of this movie was phenomenal. I have never been so like while watching a movie, like. And I'm not a movie person. That is the crazier part. I'm not even a movie person. I'm a good like binge watching a show kind of person, but a movie person, not me. I tried to watch Challengers. I was like, I'm not really understanding the plot. I was like 10 minutes deep. I said, okay, they're not getting to the point. I'm done. I tried to watch Mean Girls with Renee Rapp. Ain't nobody on TikTok said that was a musical. I was like, is all they do sing? Like, hello, is all they do sing? And I really wanted to watch it, but I'm not a musical person. I'm not a movie person, and I'm not a musical person. I love me a good show, love me a little good series, love me some anime. Like, I love me those things. When I was roped into that movie, I genuinely recommend anybody watch that movie. Like, please watch the movie so I can talk to you about it. Like, please. I think I might even rewatch the movie because it was just so good. I also really want to rewatch Beautiful Boy. I watched that like so long ago. I want to rewatch Beautiful Boy, and I want to rewatch Heartthrob. No, what is it called? Is it Heartthrob? No, what is that movie called? I think it's Heartthrob with Jacob Elordi. Or no, what is that movie called? I don't know if it's Heartthrob. What is that movie called? I think it's Heartthrob. No, I'm not sure, but it's not Heartthrob. But I want to rewatch the movie with Jacob Elordi and Barry Keoghan. That movie was low-key sick. Not even low-key. That movie was high-key sick. But I don't know. I was kind of like, I wasn't confused with the plot. It was a crazy movie. It's like one of those movies that's like, dang, like that's really insane. But it was like a good movie. Like, that's crazy, but it was good. Like, I enjoyed it. And Beautiful Boy, because I had watched it and I was so young, and I don't feel like the gravity of the movie really hit me. Like, obviously I knew what it was about. I knew it was deep. I knew, but I just feel like the older I get, the more like I understand. Like, me and my sister, am I yapping? I am. Did I say I was gonna yap though? I think I did. But me and my sister, we're always doing like some random. And I was like, all right, let's do some karaoke. Like, just us. We're just downstairs. I said, all right, I'm going to pick a song and you have to sing it. And then you pick a song for me and I have to sing it. And we just like blindly pick songs for each other. And I was like, I picked Do You Want to Build a Snowman? If you watch Frozen, that movie is low-key insane. That movie is insane. I truly think like that movie is so crazy. That movie is crazy. I know I'm laughing, but it's like so crazy. Like, Elsa was selfish, but she wasn't, but she was. And then like her parents died, and Ilana had pointed out, she was like, dang, her parents died, she didn't even go to the funeral. Like, Elsa wasn't even at her parents' funeral. Like, that really happened. I was like, dang. So I think I'm gonna rewatch Frozen. I don't know. I don't know. Podcasting is kind of crazy because am I sitting in the room talking to myself? Yes. Like, hello. But I would do this. I would do this without the podcast. Like, I used to do this. I used to do this way back when. I talked to myself on my drive to work. Like, we're like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, when I wake up with a heavy heart and I feel like I just need to talk, I'd be talking to myself on the way to work. I'd be praying on the way to work. Like, I don't know. Like, life is just, I just woke up feeling like, dang. And, like, now I got to go to work feeling like, dang. I don't know. I'm just a yapper. That's what I do. But yeah, is that movie Heartthrob? Like, I really need to go back to like, is it Heartthrob? I think it is Heartthrob. Oh, another movie I really liked was what's that movie with Sydney Sweeney? The romantic movie. I don't no. Nobody Like You or something. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a movie person. I'm not really good with all these names. But yeah, those are some goals. Those are some things that I want to accomplish. Those are some things that I want to do. I don't know. I think my yap sesh has concluded, guys. What do you think? I think so. I do think though, like, I will be back with more. Hello, I love a good yap sesh. I love a good, like, what time is it? My clock is in military time, and I hate when it's in military time because I always have to think. Like, hold on. Okay, 000 is like 1 a.m., right? And then 24 is 12. So 23, it's 11 o'clock. It's 11:51. Hey, I think I'm right. I need, like, is my actual... Oh, I got a new phone for Christmas, guys. I don't know if I told you. So, okay, my other phone is dead. So, I don't know if I'm correct or not. But I'm 87% sure it's 11:51. And I think I'm right. But I did enjoy this yap sesh, and I hope you guys enjoyed my yap sesh, and I hope it was beneficial for you, just like it's beneficial for me, because I'm gonna now watch BoJack Horseman and lay in bed. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I will see you guys soon. Hey, follow my TikTok. It's at the Divine Cupid. Follow my Instagram at the Divine Cupid, and send my podcast to your friends because hello, I want to talk to all of you. Like, hello, I want to experience all of you. You all should share my podcast, and I love you all so much.